All right. We are back. Welcome to the Meet Us in the Ring podcast. Today I am playing host, aka Mary the Heel. And as you can see, we're missing some people. We have some other people. So Malik and Maddie are not here today, but we have special guest Phil, and then we have some other friends hopefully joining us in a few minutes. But I'm going to let Phil take it away, plug in your socials, say what you got to say.
All right, guys, what's going on? Phil here. You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at PhillyMatt_, as well as listen to my podcast Outside the Brand on YouTube. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. WrestleMania week is here, y'all. Let's get right into it.
Y'all know me. Y'all know who it is. Axel Guzman 1017. Roman's trash. A-Town down all day. Opening the show. We're opening WrestleMania, baby. A-Town down. Yes, sir. If you're not the main event, you're the opening show. You know what it is. Let's get into these predictions. I'm ready. And hopefully our other guests will join. Oh, there we go. Alex Vato
There
Locos
he is.
forever. Coño.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Viva la
Yes, he
raza.
is. As soon as you talk about it.
Alex, you can
This
go
is
ahead and introduce yourself, say your socials.
Alrighty, first and foremost, for the two main hosts, thank you for inviting me for Meet Us in the Ring podcast. For all those that know me, I'm Alex Vataloco. Follow me on Instagram and on TikTok with that hashtag.
All right. We're supposed to have Raven today too. Hopefully she'll join us in a minute. But to get started, we'll start with the opening match of John Cena versus Theory.
Yeah.
I'll go last so you guys can all go.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Phil.
Okay. I think this is absolutely going to kill it to kick off the show. I think this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Do I want Cena to win? Yes, but I know the future is here. The future is basically now, and I'm going to have Austin Theory retain the championship. I think
Is it for the championship?
It's for the championship, yeah.
Oh,
yes.
for some reason I thought it wasn't.
Nope, it's
Oh.
it's definitely
It is
for that
the title,
championship.
yeah. But yeah, I have Theory retaining.
What about you, Alex?
Same thing with me. It's him retaining. This is going to be an instance of the passing of the torch where, Cena pays his dues and gives an up and coming star the elevation he deserves.
Yeah.
Axel?
Hi guys. It's A-Town down. Scream it out loud. You already know. To be or not to be? That is the question. I'm a B. Y'all really thought Cena was gonna win this? Y'all really hate Theory that much that people really thought Cena was gonna win this? Cena ain't got no time. He got to open the show and then go back and wear what did Theory say? The short skirt with the heels. He got to go back and do that. I heard Peacemaker 2 is about to have another season. Whatever that is, I don't care. Y'all really thought Cena was gonna come back and win this, right? I said this on a live. If Cena didn't have enough time to come back, beat Roman Reigns, become 17-time champion, y'all really think he got time to come back to be another United States champion just to drop it the next, like, really?
Yeah.
Really? Really? And I already predicted at most this match is going to be 5 minutes. At least it's going to be 2.
Well,
Theory's taking this simple, bro.
I think 3 out of the 4 here are going to see it live, and we're all in the same boat. Probably 5 minutes.
You're thinking it's going to be that quick?
I don't think so.
2 to 5 minutes. Do we recall John Cena's tag team match with Sami Zayn? I mean, with Kevin Owens?
He was like, win there for what, 3 minutes?
True.
He got hit and slept on the floor for I just don't see it.
Well, I agree with the consensus that Theory is going to be taking the dub on this. And I mean, because we don't need a Cena win. We just don't. He's here to put Theory over, and that's okay. That's his role now as the veteran, as the legend. That's his role now, and I think he's okay with it. I hope he is because Theory is the future, and yeah, this this is a no-brainer to me.
The thing that I've been seeing going around is like, oh yeah, well Cena's gonna win, so that way we can have at the Raw after WrestleMania the U.S. Open Challenge to have somebody be put over against John Cena. I'm like, that would be cool and all, but what would be the purpose of that? Just to take the title off of Theory, just to put it on somebody else? Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to do that, you might as well just have another person instead of John Cena at WrestleMania. So, it it would be cool to see that U.S. Open Challenge again, but it's Theory's time.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Our next match, the one that everyone is waiting to see, Brock versus Omos.
Almost sapiens! Rise!
Homo sapiens.
Where are my Homo sapiens at?
Not here. I don't know where they are. They're
No,
somewhere.
this match, I want to start off. This match initially was a match that I genuinely didn't care about, but because of the memes of the internet and Omos embracing the memes, I'm excited about it because he knows that a lot of fans don't care for this match, but he twisted it in a way where all of us are like, yo, are we all rooting for Omos in this situation? Like, we are rooting for a guy that no one cared about a couple months ago, but now we're on the Omos Sapien train, and Omos is gonna win. And the Triple H is usually a guy that embraces the internet most of the time than Vince does, so I feel like he's gonna listen to the memes, and we're gonna have Omos Mania, and all the Homo sapiens are gonna go crazy.
Omos.
Dude. Me personally, I still don't give a fuck about this match. I'm sorry. But like, I mean, the whole thing about the whole Homo sapiens and like rise up and all that kind of stuff, and the whole story about like, oh yeah, well, if can Brock Lesnar actually pick up the 7'4" Omos for the F5, that's really going to be the whole thing about this match, and we are probably most likely seeing that F5 to Omos. I'm actually picking Brock. I know it's probably it's probably like in a minority of opinions here when it comes to Omos and Brock, but I see this as possibly being a bathroom break for the majority of the crowd, if anything. So we'll see where things go. But I got Brock.
You'll find me at the bar during this match.
You got
drinking your problems away for the.
It's like if some people just don't understand what it is to be a Omos sapien. Like Omos mania
Stop.
is upon us. Like this is Omos we're speaking of. You know how tall he is? You know how much he weighs? He is an attraction. He is a big meaty man that's about to go against another big meaty man, and they about to slap me.
The Nigerian giant.
But I mean,
He's taller than Shaquille O'Neal, bro.
When this started, I really didn't care. But I mean, going there live, it's kind of different. But I mean, it is what it is. This is gonna be another like short match, but hurts me to say I got Omos.
My thing is, I feel like this match, whatever night it lands on, is gonna be the semi-main event or the main event.
Stop it. Don't say that.
No, you have to think of it from this sense. Like Axel brought it up. It's like for a lot of people, it'll be the bathroom break match. So they need a breather. So let's do an example. Let's see if a main event's night one. Let's say if the Usos and Sammy KO have like an amazing banger of a match. We need to breathe and relax. That's where Brock and Omos comes in. That way we're prepped and ready for, in this case, Rhea versus Charlotte. If that's what they're going for in the main event.
Okay, I can see that.
That's how I see it. And another thing I'm excited about is seeing Lesnar F5 Omos. Not because of how much he weighs. I don't think I've ever seen Brock Lesnar like legitimately F5 someone that's over 7 feet tall.
That's the thing. It's like how is he gonna make that possible?
If he does it, I know all of us are gonna geek out because he's F5 a 7-foot guy. Heavy guys, we've seen him do it to Mark Henry and Big Show, so that's nothing new to us. Now it's based on how tall the mofo is.
Well, I am not an Homo sapien, but I do think that he's going to win this match. Because like with John, I think, Brock is ready to start putting talent over. So,
and more specifically, because it sounds like Brock wanted to face Omos over the rumors of Bray Wyatt before this whole shebang started. So it does look like that Brock is going to, give his thanks. He's like, hey, I did all this. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see Brock versus Bray, but I feel like that's just like not his vibe. The whole like
Overly gimmick.
creepy stuff. Yeah,
There's
it's
not
just
really
not.
much
It's
of
not his
What
vibe.
he just didn't want to do the muscle man dance, That's
I
there,
hate you,
there
bro.
there's not much story there, and honestly, Brock Lesnar is not going to be into the whole creepy shit.
Yeah, that's what
Exactly.
I'm
He's
saying.
just not. He would not fit that at all.
Not his
So
cup of tea.
He either faces beefy muscle guys, giants, or the little ones.
and it's crazy that most of the time the little ones have the
The
most
best
amazing
matches.
matches with him because they just have that kind of style that really actually mesh up
It's the
well.
David versus Goliath mentality that fans have because that's what Brock likes, the David versus Goliath. But this time it's literally going to be Goliath versus Goliath. Who's the better Titan?
Right.
Except it's just so funny because Brock's the short king in this situation.
He really is.
All right, moving on to our next match: BLT versus Damage Control.
Damage Control's fighting.
Girl,
DLC.
you said BLT. I almost made myself a sandwich.
That's what I was
I
going
was
to
like,
say.
wait, who the hell
a,
is
sa- a
BLT?
sandwich.
Oh.
A sandwich is
Oh.
facing Damage Control.
Becky, Lita, and Trish. Honestly, if they don't come out as BLT, that's a wasted opportunity.
BLT.
So in other words, we're going to have someone in a brown attire, someone in a green attire, and someone in a red attire.
No, but I love Lita and Trish. All respect in the world, love them. But yeah, I
It's
thought
damage
thought it was funny.
control. They got
So
the
go ahead,
fire.
Phil.
They got the rage. They got the stage. I don't know.
Dang, Axel.
Their song is actually really cool, but they are at this point.
I enjoy their
Um,
song.
uh, they're damage goods at this point. They are three incredible singles talent that try to be a trio, and it just does not pan out. I have Trish, Lita, and Becky winning, and after WrestleMania, I don't see Damage Control lasting. I really don't. I think it was a cool idea at first. Bailey really liked the whole pairing with Dakota and Io, but they're just better off as single superstars, and I think they would be better off in that scenario. So after that, let's try to get these women apart and see where they go next. I got Becky, Lita, and Trish. BLT, if you would.
Same
What
thing
about
with
you,
me.
Alex?
Same thing with me. BLT mainly because WrestleMania also has a knack for having nostalgia matches, and this is what's going to be a nostalgia factor, like a send off for Lita and Trish, and just further elevating Becky Lynch to that level of legendary status that Lita and Trish have. Like Phil said so himself, it was a trial and error faction for Damage Control. I know a lot of us got entertained by it, but it's already ran its course. I feel like Bailey needs to do something else, and I feel like Dakota and Io have done decently enough to where they can go on their own and do something else in the women's division.
Right.
Axel, what about you?
They got the fire. They got the rage. Ignite the stage. I'm trapped in the cage. I don't know.
Are those even the lyrics?
Some of them are. Some of them.
Some of them.
Yeah,
That's actually some of the lyrics.
Yeah,
It's crazy, but yeah.
I think the first part, but I got bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Apparently, they.
I'm legitimately not going to think of anything else when it comes to BLTs now.
Yeah, when she said that, I'm like a sandwich.
I have said this over and over again. Triple H missed with Damage Control. Bailey should have beaten Bianca at, what was it, Money in the Bank or whatever the ladder match was.
Crown
Yeah.
Jewel?
Yeah, Crown Jewel. I guess that's
Or
the
no,
ladder match.
Clash of the Castle. I think Clash of the Castle was.
Oh.
Whichever one they had the ladder
Whatever
match.
the ladder match was, Bailey should have won.
He had a shot. I get it. Trust me, I get it. It's freaking Bianca. But with them not going that route, it's just been dying. And why have them win at Mania? Just end it, bro. Just like end it. Everybody's like, oh, Trish is gonna turn on Lita and Becky and blah. For what? Don't nobody want to see Bailey?
literally.
And that's the thing. For what? So
Nobody's gonna
we'll get
boo
Bailey
Trish.
versus Trish at SummerSlam. So we gonna wait how many months for some build up?
4 months at that point.
Like no, Damage Control is gonna
You really
lose.
think people are
It's gonna
gonna
be the
boo
happy
Trish
send off,
to
and that's
have
all
her
it is.
heel?
Exactly. Like, come on.
Like,
So yeah, I got bacon, lettuce, tomato with a little bacon. That's like,
And Bacon is the one that's going to get the pin.
now,
I think Trish is gonna get the pin.
Yeah, because she's the
Before-
one that they've
before-
been like attacking. So I think Trish will get it. I agree. I think BLT is gonna win. As far as Damage Control's future after, it's hard for me because there are no tag teams in the women's division
Yeah.
that are actual tag teams, and they're the only ones right now. And so it's like if you break them up, that's just another failed tag team, and they're gonna go on and do whatever. I would like to see Asuka versus Io Sky.
Right.
I would watch that match 100 times because I think they're both just that good. But I think they should stay together just a little bit longer until we can actually get some more tag teams and have a good division. I think hopefully, Becky and Lita can help with that. We'll see what happens. We have this women's tag team showcase match that is so frustrating, and it's not even. I don't even think it's even for like a title shot opportunity, is it?
It's
It
not.
is. It is.
It
It
is.
is. Okay,
It
well,
is. Both of
that
them
was
are for
that was the
tag team
next
title
one.
opportunities.
That was the next one I was going to talk about anyway. But yeah, I mean this.
Throwaway.
I have nothing to say.
Neither
This
do
is
I.
just this is just the way
Throwaway.
to get all the women on the show without people
Yes.
complaining. It's terrible. Most of these tag teams aren't even tag teams. Liv Morgan
It's
and Raquel, first they were besties, then they had beef, and now they're besties again. I'm confused.
it's Ronda and
Yeah.
Shayna. It's Ronda and Shayna.
That's
It's
who's
Ronda
gonna
and
win,
Shayna.
Ronda and Shayna.
Ronda and Shayna are
Yeah.
gonna win just so they can be dominant. Like I said, like
That's
Axel
it.
said, this is where it annoys me because when we as fans want female wrestlers to have something important in WrestleMania, we want there to be a story behind it, not just throwing them in there for the sake of throwing it in there. And then people are gonna be like, "Are you sexist?" Like, no, we legitimately want them to have us care about these women's matches. Like, but you can
Yeah.
do these throwaway matches. To
You're having a fatal four way tag team match for number one contendership to titles that nobody gives a shit about, and y'all have felt like nothing. That's the
Right.
issue.
Yep.
If it meant something, maybe, but it's for titles that no one cares about.
and now we know who's gonna
And
win.
that's my problem with the women's tag team titles in the first place. That after Bailey and Sasha, they didn't mean
Yeah.
shit. They haven't. And and it's not that like I'm trying to say, oh yeah, well women don't deserve this. They deserve spots
Yeah,
at
'cause let's be,
WrestleMania.
let's be honest. When they first were announced, how excited we legitimately were as fans when the women's tag team championships were announced. We're like, oh, finally, for the women's that are not going to be involved in singles action, there's something for them to do. But they're back in the status quo. We're like, oh, by the way, we have women's tag team titles.
Yeah.
Um
I want to pull up this comment right here. Tag team showcase matches are just to get people on the show and make more cool down matches. I agree
Yes.
that it's a cool down match. People are gonna go get their drinks,
it's
go to
just
the
to put
bathroom.
people on the card.
But it shouldn't be that way.
Exactly.
It's so frustrating that in 2023 we're still doing this. Like
Exactly.
they can't.
Yeah.
The tag team, and it bothers me more that it's now happening on NXT because those tag team titles were actually really good,
Oh no, I
and
remember.
now they've ruined those too. And I'm like, if you guys are gonna keep doing this, just get rid of them. Bring them back in like a year or two when you figure everything out. And that's coming from me, like as a woman. Like I want to love those tag team titles so much, but how am I supposed to get behind them when there's nothing?
And that's
There's
the
nothing to
perspective.
get behind.
And that's the perspective we need from wrestling fans, because us guys can say whatever we want, but if there's frustration coming from a female fan as well, now that should get the message across that, hey, if I don't like it and I'm a woman, then please do something about it. Because if that's the case, just go back to how it originally was. If that's the case, if you don't care about it anymore.
Yeah. Well, who do you guys think is gonna win? We have Liv and Raquel, Natty and Shotzi, an unknown team. I'm assuming we'll find out on Raw, and then Ronda and Shayna.
I think Ronda and Shayna.
I mean,
It's Ronda.
Ronda-
it
Ronda and
seems so
Shayna.
obvious.
If they pull the underdog move, it will be Liv and Raquel, just so Liv can get that WrestleMania pop test to get her a little bit more over. But realistically, right now, the way it's looking at it, it's Ronda and Shayna. They're gonna beat up everybody else, and the final face down is gonna be Liv and Raquel and Ronda and Shayna. I feel like that's gonna be like the final, like who's gonna pin who from those two.
Hmm.
Terrible.
I love how Liv slapped the absolute shit out of Raquel like 3 weeks ago, and now they're a tag team at
That's what I'm
WrestleMania.
That's
like.
what I'm
Like,
saying.
Exactly. That's
like
the
I
issue.
don't
That's
understand the
that
logic
that's
between
my issue
everything.
with the booking. It's like, and not only that, when they qualified for this match, they went up against someone who Liv was in a tag team with before,
Who,
with Tegan
Tegan?
Knox.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's like, bro, weren't they the tag team? I'm so confused. Like,
yeah.
But
It's a
can someone
cluster.
explain to me
It,
why we didn't put Tegan and Shotzi back together? Because I
Yes.
still don't understand.
yeah.
I
There you
don't
go.
get
Because that
Natty
was
and
a
Tegan.
tag
I mean,
team.
Natty and Tegan.
Sammy.
Natty and
That
Shotzi. I
had
don't.
that was a legit tag team, and people were actually over with them. And then all of a sudden, things just didn't go the way they were, and now all of a sudden it's just trash.
Wasn't it because
Like
Tegan was
I don't get
injured?
that.
That's why they never continued. That's why they never
Well,
continued.
she was released, I believe.
Yeah, she was released.
And
She
then
was
she
fired
came
because of
back,
budget
and then
cuts.
they just did nothing. She should have came
They didn't
back,
care.
and she should
This
have
is
reunited with Shotzi and been a
this is where
tag team.
this is where Triple H is booking the women's match a la Vince style, and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
here's the
really
thing.
annoying.
Y'all know how I feel about Ronda, but obviously I feel that her and Shayna are gonna win, and maybe bring something to the tag team titles because I think they will win them
Hate.
from Becky and Lita.
They'll bring hate.
They'll bring hate.
Everybody hates them.
Ronda.
Like, and
But
that's the thing.
at least people will care.
And react to it. Like they're gonna wait for someone to get that belt away from Ronda. At least it'll be something because that's how it looks like. That it's gonna be Ronda and Shayna versus Becky and Lita, and they're gonna beat the absolute massacre out of Lita because she's the legend, so she's gonna take the fall.
Uh, we shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
I just
I
don't
just
understand why
want
we
people
have to
to
put
care.
people on the card just to put people on the card. Because that's
I
what
mean,
it's really all about.
because you work all year and then you don't even get to be at Mania. I don't know.
Yeah, but like WrestleMania spots should be coveted and should be earned, and not like just say, "Oh yeah, well here you go, participation WrestleMania match."
It's a
That's how I
participation
feel about
trophy.
all the whole thing when it
No,
comes to the Andre the Giant Battle Royal
Hey,
and
hey!
Daniel
At least they're not on WrestleMania SmackDown.
down.
Oh
WrestleMania
my
SmackDown and
gosh.
Hey,
WrestleMania
Alex,
Raw.
are you glad that we're going to
Can't.
Supercard of Honor instead of that SmackDown?
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! I will
When
be
you put
enjoying Supercard of
WrestleMania
Honor. I will be enjoying that.
WrestleMania SmackDown, brother.
To me, when you put WrestleMania in front of something like Backlash or SmackDown, it devalues the actual WrestleMania
Yep.
name. So stop putting
Period.
WrestleMania in front of things.
Well, as you can see, our next topic: the Usos versus KO and Sami Zayn.
I'll
The
let
unofficial main event. Yeah. No,
I'll let everybody else go.
I'm joking, y'all.
Matchup, in my personal opinion, I know this match is going to be a night one. Match of the
Yes.
night for night one in terms of storytelling. In ring wise, we know they're going to kill it. But in terms of storytelling, this is going to be the storyline to be. Like, you're going to see that emotional confliction and distraught from Jay. Like, I trusted you. I loved you like a brother. I vouched for you, and then you do this to me. And it's
Yeah.
going to be an absolute warpath. I feel like Sammy and KO are going to do it. I feel like they're the ones that are going to win that belt, and it's going to be emotional. At this point, I know some people are upset about if it doesn't main event or not. Regardless of where it is on the card, it's going to be the most emotionally driven. You're going to hear me and everyone from that's going to watch there, all of us, are going to pop like maniacs if we see Sammy and KO win. Because the emotional build-up for Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline is going to culminate here. Where he finally got that one up against the Bloodline, and I feel like they're going to win it. They're going to triumph.
Phil, what
I got
about you?
KO and Sammy. I got KO and Sammy also. This is going to be the triumph of all triumphs when it comes to two men that have been going at it with the Bloodline for months on months, and they are going to get the job done. This has been absolute cinema. Everything that they have done down to the finest minute detail when it comes to the Jey Uso Sami Zayn relationship, to KO trying to get to Sami Zayn saying, "Hey, you never really belonged here. This is just what you are about now." And having a friend like this is the true meaning of everything going down. I got Sami and KO winning for sure.
I agree. KO and Sammy. If they don't, that place is gonna go insane. If they,
If they
don't
don't,
win,
who? If they don't, who is it? Who is it really going to be? Because there's nobody else. There's
I
nobody
feel like
else that
I feel
actually
like
makes
Maddie
sense
would
to me.
say. I feel like Maddie would say Imperium.
I
She
love
loves
Imperium, but I don't think that's the right move.
No, I don't either. But yeah, I mean, Alex, I already told Axel that when I see you guys, it's on site because y'all trying to fight um, about, what the main event should be. I
Mhm.
100% understand that from a storyline perspective,
Yeah.
they are the main attraction. And I get that. But if we're going to keep saying for the Royal Rumble winners, go on to main event,
Yeah.
then they should just stop saying
No,
it
they should.
because
And
at this point, if
They
you're
should
not going to
stop
do
saying
it,
it
then
at this
don't say
point.
it.
no, because I know, like I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure you saw my video response that I did
Yeah.
from your guys' podcast, and
We
that's
all
where
did.
and I showed you guys evidence of, hey, this is what they've said it multiple times, but here are instances where they didn't do it. But I said at the end, I don't care who main events, because if they uphold the actual tradition of the winner's supposed to main event WrestleMania, I'm like, all right, fine, that's the tradition of the Royal Rumble.
Mhm.
But also, in this case too, if Sammy and KO versus the Usos main event too, I'm like, okay, this was the better storyline for me. As long as the main event is either the Royal Rumble winner or the superior storyline, I'm not gonna care. If it's just some throwaway makeshift match that's just the main event for the sake of main event, I'm not gonna be for it. But in this case, I don't care.
If the Fatal 4-Way men's tag team match was the main event, then we'd have a freaking problem.
Yeah.
But if it's Rhea and Charlotte or this tag team match, I'm fine with it. It's not like they're both gonna shit the bed anyway. They're both gonna be great matches. So
Yeah.
either way, it's gonna be great.
All right, Axel, let's hear it. We've been waiting for you, bud.
All right. So. Don't like Roman.
Don't root for the bloodline here, please.
I'm okay with the Usos. So this is light. This is light.
Alex, that's the wrong
This-
finger. It's supposed to be this.
No matter what finger they throw up,
I'm doing the pinky. I'm not raising
it
the
smells. Regardless, it smells. But this is what I have been waiting for. I can literally say years, because it's been years.
It really has.
600 and some
Wow.
odd days, yeah.
I have been waiting years for this moment. Everyone they keep bringing, they keep trying to play everybody. Oh, they can do it. They can do it. We are finally at a place where the Usos are against a team that can actually fucking do it. Everybody's like, oh, the Usos, they're brothers. They're this and that. Well, guess what? Now they're facing some other brothers. You don't got to be blood to be brothers. Now, this match is going to be insane. I wouldn't be surprised if like they have a little brawl beforehand before the match even starts. We know Solo might come out. That could be something which is going to be interesting, because would Cody come out? Because that's another thing I want to get to later. But
There's gonna be so much.
it's finally time. The Usos, along with Roman, deserve a break, and I can't wait, because Sammy and KO are taking them titles. And it's gonna be cinema. That's it.
Who do you guys think is going to get the pin?
Jay's gonna get pinned by Sammy.
It has to be, right?
Cinema.
I think it has to be that way.
Cinema.
It has to be poetic justice, not the move.
You're gonna see that tear, like you're gonna see like a tear in Sammy's eye that he's gonna have to do it to Jay. Not more like, oh, I can't do this. More like, I trusted you, I loved you, and boom.
Haluva kick.
This might be a long shot, but you know how Shawn Michaels did. I'm sorry, I love you to
I was just thinking that.
You're not even.
I was
wrong
just
for
thinking that.
No, you're absolutely right in this scenario. It could happen.
You have him pause, and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do this, but and I don't want to do this because I absolutely loved you like a brother. But he goes for the Haluva kick anyway, gets it 1, 2, 3.
And
But
boom.
Triple H, knowing that, I'm pretty sure he will say he'll copy and paste the "I'm sorry, I love you" in the corner.
I mean, that's what Shawn Michaels been doing in NXT with his storylines. Like,
He did the passing out thing with Roxanne, and people were legitimately thinking that happened. Which I'm like, I don't know why you actually had to do that with that, but it is what it is.
yeah, it is what it is.
But yeah, WrestleMania 24,
But
Shawn
yeah.
and Ric Flair.
KO and Sami Zayn are winning, and if this is the main event, I understand why. Yabba dabba doo, frosted flakes, whatever.
Nah,
Another,
nah, nah,
But
nah.
if we're
Not the-
but if that's the case, then can we just say if you win the Royal Rumble, you have a shot at the title at WrestleMania?
Yes.
Reword it. Don't
At
say main event.
WrestleMania.
Because
Don't say main event anymore. Just say at
I
WrestleMania.
think they
Yes.
say it because they think all the matches are main event matches at WrestleMania. That's why
Yeah,
they
and they're
say.
not.
And it's,
Yeah,
it's annoying.
but
annoying.
unless the storyline, which it really hasn't for either Rumble winner, unless the storyline has been building up for months before the Rumble, you have 3 fucking months of build up. What do you think you're gonna do with that? Like, what do you think you're really gonna do with that? Like, yeah, Cody and Roman, but even that, it's like,
Yeah.
I
All I
just
know is these women are gonna kill it. We know that for a fact. That
Yeah.
they're,
yeah.
as far as match quality, it's gonna be amazing. It really is. But like you said so yourself, if they would have hinted or brought back, when Rhea lost her NXT Women's Championship to Charlotte, if they would have integrated that, I would have felt a little bit more sense. Where Rhea has been bitter for 3 years, saying you ruined my WrestleMania moment.
I mean, they did a little bit.
yeah, but when you have
They said it one time and they
with
finally got
Rhea
this 2
winning,
weeks ago.
it should have been Bianca.
Yes.
This is why, in the back of my head, I do have that little feeling that Bianca may retain. Because if your whole point is having Rhea win and beating someone dominant, I get Charlotte is Charlotte. I understand that. But why not let it be Bianca?
Yeah.
But Charlotte, are we gonna forget who Bianca eliminated to win her first ever Royal Rumble?
Are we gonna forget who carried all of 2022?
Are we gonna forget
I
their
said-
their little beef in NXT and how many times we were supposed to have Rhea versus Bianca?
I said it from
Yeah.
the jump. It should have been Rhea and Bianca, and then Asuka
go
and
versus
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Asuka would have made sense.
Asuka, she lost at 34. She lost the undefeated
Mm-hmm.
streak because of Charlotte Flair. She could bring Kana and say, hey, I'm bringing in Kana to get the revenge from
Yep.
my 34 loss.
Yeah.
It's right there,
No,
and I've
it would've
said
made
that
sense.
from the Rumbles.
No, it would have made sense too, because she could have used that as the story. Like, hey, you beat this version of Asuka, but you didn't beat me. You
And that's
didn't
what they're
beat-
trying to do
you
with
haven't
Rhea.
seen this
Oh, you
version.
beat that version, but you haven't beat this. Like,
So,
Like-
in this Charlotte versus Rhea, who do you guys have winning? I mean,
Rhea.
it sounds like you're all saying Rhea.
Rhea.
No one says Charlotte.
It's Rhea.
not even a
Rhea.
little bit. Charlotte can't even be a face. She almost turned heel mid promo because she was getting what?
Bruh.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, my
I
thing
was
is she's gonna
deceived.
win.
He's just not a babyface.
For me,
He's
I feel
not.
like, for this, it'll solidify her, me personally, I don't care what anyone says, as the de facto leader of Judgment Day. And there's nothing wrong with the female boss. If she
Yeah.
made
I've always seen Rhea as the boss. Like,
yeah. But no, like
I
this
never
makes-
saw Finn as the.
I've
Yeah, but
always seen Rhea as the leader.
This will put the
It's
nail
not
as
Finn.
she's in charge of Judgment Day because she has an important title on her hand.
Yes.
So
And that's the
with
thing
that-
too. Rhea has been cutting babyface promos. It's like that's what y'all
What are we
don't. That's what
doing?
y'all don't seem to remember. The rivalry that you're trying to reignite. The roles were reversed. It don't work the same.
You're
It doesn't
reversing
work the
the
same.
order here.
Again,
You're
having
reversing
Rhea
the
versus
orders here,
Bianca
and
would
it
have been
doesn't work.
amazing. It's just.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you still could have had that heel persona with Rhea. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, in the case of Charlotte versus insert wrestler here, Charlotte's gonna get booed
Yeah.
Yes.
no matter
Regardless.
what. And now that you have the heel, unless they do a double turn at Mania, I don't know. How
They have no choice.
They have no.
They have no choice. At this point, I don't think they have a choice.
If they do that, they're gonna have to turn the whole. I can't see face Dominic anymore if they do the Judgment Day as face.
No, they
Dominic,
can't.
I
They
can't even take
can't.
seriously as a heel at this point. But like,
I can.
I can relax. It's gotten better. It's
He's
gotten
so
better.
good as a heel.
I mean, he's definitely gotten a lot better. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes the whole the
yeah.
baby face Dom, like the whole face of him,
Yeah.
it sometimes it's just.
Bro, and
But
that's
he gets
another
fine.
thing. Rhea's supposed to be the heel, right? During her promo, you have Bailey interrupt her. So what are we doing? Heel versus heel now?
versus heel thing.
Like, bro, it makes no sense. I was so confused.
I
Again,
know, I
they don't know what they're doing with this division. They really don't. They have so many
I-
things
I
they can
don't-
do, but
I don't understand.
How did they go
Yeah.
from at the end of 2022 where they're like, we don't know what we're doing? Because beginning of 2022, they were doing fine. They were building up Bianca amazingly. Becky's face turn was solid. The NXT Women's Division was getting rebuilt, even with
Yeah.
Mandy Rose at the helm, and then the pupukaka we have.
The
Here's the
pupukaka.
thing with me. I feel like since
What's good,
September, the
HK?
women's division has just not been booked like at all correctly. Like it's been been since September. Whatever happened between the build of SummerSlam to now, it's drastically different. I don't know what the hell
Yeah.
Triple H has been doing. Like, and, like we know Triple H cares about women's wrestling, so why
Yeah.
doesn't he actually show it by actually booking the women in meaningful stuff that's going on right now?
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on. And as far as this match goes, yeah, Charlotte's promo on SmackDown was a heel promo. It just was. And Rhea's
She barely
like,
even got reactions.
well, in Rhea's promo from Monday, like, yeah, she was like, oh, you're gonna fear me, blah blah blah, like, still trying to be scary. But in reality, if Rhea wins the title, okay, Judgment Day now moves over to SmackDown. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they have to. And then, but where do we go from there for them? Like, what's they're not. I'm assuming they're not going to go after the tag titles again. Maybe they will, but I don't know. That's taking a lot away from Raw because they have been very prominent on Raw, and so that's going to be a
We
struggle
need
in
a
my
draft.
opinion. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, but they cross over all the time now again, so like the draft doesn't even matter. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
But I really want Rhea to win this. I think she's been on fire this last year, after her injury and like coming back and being in Judgment Day. Like she's elevated herself. And if
Judgment
she
Day
doesn't win,
revitalized her career.
yeah.
Yeah.
If she doesn't
Yeah.
win, you're just gonna see me like this, just stressed.
It's time for Charlotte to do the right thing and put that younger talent over. Like
I'll tell you
I'm
one
not
thing.
even
If the
trying
bell
to
rings
discredit
and it's
anything from
Charlotte,
Charlotte in the ring.
I might walk
She's
out.
great. But
And it
I hope it is the main event. I hope it is the main event. I hope this is the main event because if I hear that bell ring and it's Charlotte's stupid ass theme song remix, I'm walking the fuck
I'll
out
go with you, bro. I'll walk out with you.
because this is one of those matches, just like with Austin Theory and John Cena, where you already know who's gonna win.
Hopefully.
There's no
Hopefully.
this or that.
It's Charlotte's win at the end of the
It
day.
has to be the right side.
Yeah.
And if Charlotte wins, make it make sense to me.
Yeah.
if Charlotte
All right.
wins, I'm sorry, but it's just political bullshit all over again.
Are we ready to move
Sorry,
on
not
to our
sorry.
next match? So hopefully, that kind of encompassed day one. Moving on to day two. I mean, we don't know the order yet, but I imagine this will be on day
Big-
2. Gunther versus Drew versus Sheamus
Big
for the
Oh,
IC
man.
title.
If you know me, you know who I want to win this. If you know me, you know who I want to win. I'll let somebody else go.
Fella!
Alex, we're
Sheamus-
actually on the same page for once. Holy
Sheamus
shit!
has to win. Sheamus has to win. Me personally, Gunther did tremendous as IC champion. I feel like he's surpassed being a mid card champion and is ready to be a main event performer. I think this is Sheamus' time. First and foremost, this is the match that I've been trying to manifest all of Mania. I wanted to see 3 big schmeaty men just do meaty men stuff. This is Vince.
I always wanted it to be a triple threat.
This is Vince's wet dream, and this is my fantasy too. So, big meaty men beating the absolute snot out of each other.
Beating the
Sheamus
shit
is
out
gonna
of each-
win. The way I see it's gonna happen, Gunther is gonna do his patent power bomb on Drew. Sheamus is gonna yeet him out of the ring. Pin 1, 2, 3. Sheamus is Intercontinental Champion. Sheamus is gonna win.
Here's the thing with me. Sheamus has to win this thing, and Gunther should definitely not be the one to take the pinfall. Gunther should be the one to just not be the one pinned here. He has to pin Drew, And what I want, and I know this is probably not going to happen because WWE just loves saying "fuck you, Phil."
Fuck
Drew
you, Phil.
McIntyre.
Fuck you, Phil.
Thank you, Axel. Thank you, Alex. Drew McIntyre needs to turn heel after WrestleMania. I think it's run its course. Drew McIntyre has. I love Drew McIntyre as a babyface, but I think it's just run its course at this time. And I would rather see
I don't-
Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus at that Backlash event, whatever happens there. That way we can see those two go at
In
it
Puerto
again. And it's
Rico.
another instance of big meaty men slapping me.
I just can't see Drew being a heel. I just can't see it.
What?
I can't
easily.
I don't know.
I could easily.
easily. I mean,
He has a sword. He has to do something with it.
No, but I
You don't remember when he was with the Ziegelmeister?
Don't remind me
Yeah,
about that.
but that was a long time ago.
You know when he was with what's that one dude? Damian Sandow. You don't remember?
Oh,
But we're also in that era where, let's be honest, it doesn't matter if you're heel or face. We're going to cheer for our favorite wrestler regardless. So even then, I feel like Drew can easily be a heel.
I don't know. I mean, for me, like, they really want Drew to be a top star.
Ring, so he has to do something else.
But they want Drew to be a top star, and
You could be a top star being a heel. Look at
Roman.
Roman.
no, but I'm saying
Look at Roman.
I'm
Triple
saying
H's
he
Reign of
might-
Terror.
But I'm saying he might win this match. I don't think so, but there's a possibility
I
that
don't
he
think
gets a
Drew-
championship because they love him.
I don't think Drew's good.
They see him as up there.
Exactly.
I still would rather Sheamus win. But
Exactly up there in terms of, let's be honest, the Intercontinental title is always going to be the upper mid-card title. And Drew is at that point of his career where he legitimately doesn't need a mid-card title anymore. He's already won. His first title was the Intercontinental title. There's no need for him to go back. Sheamus needs it because just so he can be that Grand Slam champion, just so he can get that final belt in his helm, the belt that's been eluding him his entire career. And he'll be like Gunther, elevating it where he's a veteran wrestler, and whatever upcoming star, preferably Santos Escobar, can win the IC title.
I would love
yeah,
it if
I mean, I
Santos
have
was
Sheamus
that would be
winning. I'm
great,
just
but-
saying. I have Sheamus winning. I'm just saying. I could see them putting on Drew. But
No, I can see where you're coming from.
moving on.
Gunther wins
The
both of
other
them.
match that I will be at the bar for temporarily because I love Seth, but I don't love Logan Paul.
This
obviously.
match is going to be good, though.
This
but
match
I-
is gonna be insane.
I'm not
First-
paying to see him.
First, let me say, hope you guys can drink Prime. Drink it responsibly. Also, you know,
Swear to God.
drink it responsibly.
I will mute you.
I've heard a lot of ways that this could go, and the one that I've heard the most that I like is Bad Bunny coming out to help Seth Rollins.
Bruh.
Oh, yes!
Why?
Because you can have the Miz coming out and doing something. I mean, he's the host. I mean, he's been trying to get on Logan's side, so I mean, I could see him trying to screw him over. Bad Bunny's hosting Backlash, whatever. Why not have a match? I mean, Logan versus Bad
Please.
Bunny. That would make sense. I just like everybody thinks Seth is gonna lose.
I think he's gonna win.
I think he's gonna win
Seth's
too.
gonna win.
I really. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that Seth Rollins is getting knocked out twice in a week and he's gonna lose at Mania at that. He's about to stomp the shit out of Logan.
Here's the thing about Logan Paul, guys. Logan Paul can't be he's not gonna win every single match. He's just
That's
not going.
that's the
And he
thing.
hasn't. He lost against Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Seth Rollins, he needs this.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I'm torn because I want Seth to win,
Yeah.
but I feel like they're gonna give it to Logan because he is the celebrity, and typically celebrities win their Mania matches. So I just
In this
can't.
case,
I
probably
can't. I
not.
can't see Seth winning. I really hope he does, but my prediction is Logan.
I still think it's Seth, and honestly, I feel like this is going to be another amazing matchup. I mean, let's look at them versus Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle with Roman was already an amazing storytelling match. Now, imagine Logan with someone that I personally think is a way more superior in-ring performer, than Roman and Seth Rollins. I feel like it's going to be a triumph regardless. And I feel like this is where, where Triple H says, thank you for struggling in the year of 2022. This is our thank you for you. We're giving you another WrestleMania moment because your last WrestleMania moment was WrestleMania 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Axel, did you want to add anything? Did anybody else want to add anything about this match?
No.
No.
Just
we're
knowing
good?
that the track
Okay.
record.
Don't
Rollins
drink
on top.
Prime. Okay.
Drink Prime.
Nope,
drink
don't
it
drink
responsibly.
The track record of Logan Paul states that this match is going to be good regardless.
Listen. I don't care. And y'all could post this. This could be used as content. I don't give a shit. This men's tag team showcase, right? Let me tell you something.
Tell us.
The fact, I'm sorry, I'm about to get some hate from old NXT fans and all this because again, you could post this. The fact that you got the bum ass, no good for nothing build up was bum ass shit Viking Raiders in this shit. Over my motherfucking boys in Hit Row, who actually done shit. I mean, even though Top Dollar flopped, he was the main fucking conversation for almost a month. They get reactions. Nobody give a shit about the Viking Raiders,
That's what I
bro.
was gonna say, hey.
Even when you brought back whatever her name is, nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. They're literally only there to take the pin. They're only there to take the pin. That's all they're doing.
So
They're just
I'm gonna
taking the
say this
pin.
straight up, 'cause I think
Like,
I missed that part. When did they announce the men's showcase tag team match?
I don't know either.
Like, I don't
I
know.
saw it on
They
Twitter.
announced it
Same time, they announced both of them at the time, but the thing is, they announced both of them at the same time. But the thing is, they never had any qualifying matches for the men. They just announced the
Why-
4
why
tag
did the
teams
women
on
have to
Twitter,
qualify?
and that was it.
That's my thing.
Why did
like,
the women have to
here's the thing.
qualify, but the
I
men
wanted to
didn't?
hit row.
I'm confused.
Out of the 8 teams in this, like in both of their showcases, we've only had one qualifying match, one, and it was one of them for the women, and that was Liv and Raquel. Everybody else got picked, or
I don't
just
care
said,
what
"I'm
anyone
in
says.
this match."
I personally would have preferred get rid of the Viking Raiders. I'm sorry, get rid of Strong O'Shea or whatever they want to call them.
Strong
I
O'Shea.
call them big bald and small bald.
Yeah. Remove
Team
those.
Bald
And I
Beards.
would have been more excited if it was still Alpha Academy, Street Profits, your boys that hit row, and Legado.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like you,
Yeah.
and this is why I say people gotta like I love Triple H. Triple H is one of my
Why
favorites of
couldn't
all
Imperium
time.
be a part of
But
any of
some
this?
of these
Imperium,
returns,
Imperium.
some of these returns make no sense because you're not doing shit with them. You can only use the titles are unified for so many times.
Or if that's the case, don't put in Legado, put in, like you said, Imperium, and if it wasn't hit row, put the Brawling Brutes.
just like they flopped with the comeback of them. Like, bro, you should have kept doing Hit Row versus Legado. Like that worked in NXT. It worked.
And it was working when you
The
guys
only
pretty
reason-
much, it was working fine later on when they turned
And
it
and then they, it's like I don't know, but no,
Wait,
we just got a whole bunch of other tag teams in the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. Like we're supposed to sit here and
Only
believe Bobby
reason
Lashley's
why
not
Braun
winning.
Strowman and Ricochet are even a tag team is because Braun called Ricochet a flippy flopper. That's it. That's the only reason why they're in a tag team.
I love them as a tag team, though. I really do.
But
Team
those are two
Baldbeard.
people who shouldn't
they were
be.
actually
They're
okay.
two people who shouldn't be in a tag team. Braun
But
should
it's
be
like-
in the
it's
world
like-
title picture. Ricochet should be back in the mid card picture.
It's a punishment tag team for Braun Strowman. That's the only reason why he's
But here's the
in this
thing,
team.
though. It's not at the same time. I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna put you with the guy you ribbed on the internet. But at the end of the day, where's the punchline? Where's where pretty much Ricochet will get the FU on Braun, and then Braun can move on, or vice versa.
Well,
I mean, can
Braun
we
would
talk
have to
about
turn
a
on
tag team though
Ricochet,
that we need
but I
justice
do see
for?
your point.
Who?
No, not that. We need justice for Los Lotharios, okay? Justice for Humberto and Angel
the walking
Garza.
L's? The walking L's? The walking L's?
And-
They replaced the letter L in the alphabet with Humberto and Angel. What are you talking about? What?
That's what I'm saying. Justice for
What?
them.
You dead ass?
They could have been such a good team.
You dead ass?
H-I-J-K
No, like I'm dead ass right now. Like
doing?
they were treated bad, and justice for Los Lotharios.
See, Angel Garza, I've seen him wrestle in Mexico, and I know he's fantastic. I've seen Angel Garza wrestle in Mexico, but at this point, it's another case where WWE made me stop caring. But
Yeah.
like I said, I'd rather would have had Imperium, Legado, Brawling Brutes instead of Strong O'Shea, and then
Strong O'Shea.
I'm telling you,
That
Strong O'Shea.
name. That
Well, I
name.
mean, I think the
I
Brawling Brutes
actually
aren't in it
like
because all that stuff with Rage is going on,
Yeah.
right?
But as far as winners go, I'm sorry, but I hope my buddy Jason is watching this because thank you.
Thank you.
It's gonna be Master Gable.
I got
I got Alpha Academy.
y'all might think I'm crazy, but I'm going with the big, bald, small, and beautiful.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with.
I I
ahead,
want
Phil.
Alpha Academy because Alpha
Thank you,
Academy
Phil.
Alpha Academy's been owed.
I just don't see it
A
because they're
tag
still
team
doing
title
that
match
stuff
for-
with Otis and
at
the
this
maximum
point.
male models. So,
Put some respect on Otis.
But
well, he's
But
Otis now since he's back with Alpha
I'm
Academy.
actually agreeing with Axel here. I had big, small, and bald, big, bald, and small bald winning.
Bald and beards.
It just
all
seems
the
like
way.
it just seems like that tag team. It just seems like that tag team was like actually meant to win this for whatever reason, and it's going to be the Viking Raiders taking the pin. And I actually like the Viking Raiders, but now they're just treated terribly, as always.
Well, I don't know. I just think it's not
And
working.
Valhalla, get that
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah,
Whatever
it's
Sarah
just
Logan's
not
doing.
working.
Whenever Sarah
They
Logan's
need to
doing
go
with
back
all of
to,
this.
to the drawing board again.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on to match of the night.
Storyline of
Father
the
son,
century.
baby.
Ray versus Dominic, the
And
Mysterios.
first things first.
We
I
got,
said
we
I am
got Ray
manifesting
versus
this.
Dom Dom with Aaliyah as a special guest referee. Let's go. Let's
Yes,
do
guys.
this.
Well, Leah's referee, bro.
Imagine. And then Angie's the special guest ring enforcer.
Stop it.
But
Imagine.
I'm saying this now.
Everybody in the Mysterio.
Hey, Rey Mysterio is coming out in Chargers related gear. We're in SoFi Stadium.
Yes.
We're in SoFi Stadium. His team is the Chargers. It makes sense that he's gonna wear Chargers gear. I'm
And be
manifesting
prepared
this.
for the Street
I am
Profits to have Laker
manifesting
gear.
this because Dom's a heel. If I see Dom rocking Raiders themed attire,
Nope.
I am gonna
Nope.
be the biggest fan.
Listen,
on the planet.
listen. This is WrestleMania. This is the showcase of the Immortals, right? Like this is where we get them good entrances, right? Like they spend a little extra, a little extra green on them entrances, right?
Yeah.
If I don't see Dom come out in a lowrider,
Yes.
I will be upset. I don't need the theme song. If you don't want to do the theme song, granted, with the lowrider you need the theme song. I get it, but if just the lowrider, I'll take it. He don't even got to come all the way down. Like he needs to come out
With the
and,
lowrider.
and at least do the little doo 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 doo.
If he does
And Rita's
that, like
riding passenger.
I know no one cares about the Chargers, but that's Rey Mysterio's team. He's gonna rock it.
Yeah, and you know Ray always does something like that. Like
he's gonna
He-
wear.
he
his
represents
team gear.
Diego.
Viva La Raza and all that.
Oh,
Raza? What the heck?
Sorry,
That's
Alex.
not-
in
roll
the
those
most,
R's.
in the most Caucasian way. How dare you disrespect me, fool?
You know why I
dare
say
you.
it. You know why I
Me.
say it.
I know, but it's Dom. Dom's gonna win.
At least I didn't say Viva La Razor.
Stop.
No, Dom's gonna win. This is gonna be another great storytelling match between
Yeah.
these two,
Stop
Mm-hmm.
it.
especially the father and son storyline. The conflict Ray is gonna have. I feel like there's gonna be moments where Ray is gonna hesitate on hitting the 619 on Dom on multiple occasions, and when he finally hits it, all of us are gonna be, ah!
Yeah.
Dom's winning though.
Yeah.
Dom is winning.
Agreed.
Dom's
I
winning.
feel like this Friday they may
I
announce
got Dom.
before the holiday, or if they really go storyline wise, during the Hall of Fame ceremony, where Dominic comes out and says, "If I beat you, your career is over," and it'll be a career
Listen.
match because Ray can still go no matter what, even though he's almost pushing 50, he can still go,
Yeah.
but.
He needs to chill with his
legitimately
familia.
has nothing else to prove. He is the reason why, and then next to Eddie, God rest his soul, why Hispanic lucha libre is popular now in the States. They're the ones that solidified it here in America. They're the ones that made it popular. And all the accolades Ray has won, there's nothing more he needs to prove. If this is his send-off, I feel like it'll be good because not only is he going to his last WrestleMania in California, but he's putting his son in a better place, which I'm pretty sure that's what he wants. He wants his son to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
Right.
Well spoken. I think that's how most of us feel. And regardless, I think it's going to be a good match in terms of storytelling. You know, people are still going to hate on Dom because he's not the most, incredible person in the ring, but I think he has improved. And I'm sorry, he's a great heel. Yeah. He just is.
He's funny.
Here's what people need to understand. Him being a cholo and a thug is the joke.
Yeah.
We know, wrestling fans know that he is a spoiled brat, pretty much living in the Beverly Hills area of San Diego. And him pretending to be hard is the butt of the joke. Because we know that Ray, Eddie, Conan, and them really struggled in the streets when they were younger. And Dom got the silver spoon fed on a silver and everything. And that's the butt.
He only got a BMW.
Yeah,
Dom got a B.
I got him a
BMW. It wasn't even an M series, bro.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's what I like about
Dom.
We know that he's a spoiled brat, and not really a spoiled brat. He's just the pampered rich kid. He's the pampered rich kid trying to be something he's not, which is hard.
And here's the
joke, and that's where I feel like he's thriving as a heel. Because there's comedy heels, there's the maniacal heels, and there's the snarky heels. He's the comedy heel right now. He's making a joke out of it, and he's doing well with it.
What were you gonna say?
Here's the thing about Dom. He is getting the heat that
Pikachu. No, I was gonna say that not to bring up another company or nothing, but I feel like this WrestleMania with certain matches, it's gonna be a lot like how AEW's pay-per-view went. How the young talent, I think, in every match went over because it's that time, and I just think that Theory versus Cena, it's gonna be Theory. Ray versus Dom, it has to be Dom. Charlotte versus Rhea, it has to be Rhea. I mean,
except for BLT, but
besides BLT, that's why I said some matches. It's just that time, and I think Triple H sees that because what else do those people what else does Charlotte really have to do, bro?
Yeah.
What else is there left for Cena? What else left is there for Ray? If we had Randy Orton versus Riddle was probably gonna win.
The championship match. I talked about this in a video the other day. The championship matches are basically here to say that this is going to be like a new era, so to speak, for the WWE. I mean, we all have these legends and everybody coming into the fold, but that doesn't mean that the future is legitimately staring at us right in the face with Austin Theory, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair. I mean, those two are still, pretty well known in the business, but I mean, it's about the new era and the future being here.
Speaking of, cool. Bianca versus Asuka. Okay, where are we going, guys?
You want me to go first? Who want to go first? Who want to go
do the
first?
honors. It's your call. You go do the honors.
All right, so
go ahead.
So since this is my girl, and nobody else has probably noticed this, only some people probably have. They really put themselves in another boat that they were in before when it was Bianca versus Sasha. Both were faces. Now we're at a situation where who's going to turn heel? The person who is normally a heel. Why has it taken this long for Asuka to finally do whatever she did? I didn't even really watch Raw. I turned it on and then she did something to Bianca. I don't fucking know because I could care less about this anymore. I'm going to be honest with y'all. This buildup has been doo-doo. It's been poop.
This buildup is shit.
It's terrible because, again, it is not the match that should be happening at Mania. It should be Bianca versus Rhea.
Yeah.
It's gotten to a point where I even think they might say, fuck Asuka. Bianca might win again. And I'm ready for all the hate and everything because, nobody likes Bianca Belair anyway. Everybody hates her, apparently. But why do I care to see Asuka win this? What do I really care about it? Like, what have you made me care? Like, she's spitting in people's faces. She's done it before. You just turned the damn fucking color. Oh, she's supposed to be this person from Japan. No, she's not. That's not it. You fucked up. You fucked up. I could care less about this, so I'm going to go on a limb, and I'm just going to say Bianca, because I don't think it's going to go nowhere. Because after Asuka, who?
To me, At this point in time, Asuka is not a threat to Bianca. Not. Mainly because of the fact that she has not done anything to actually relegate a shot of like at least getting the championship.
Yeah.
Asuka has not done anything to at least warrant me saying, "Oh yeah, she's a definite threat towards Bianca Belair." Um, she, yeah, sure, you have this kind of gimmick, but you haven't done anything with this gimmick in order to make me care.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm rooting for Bianca Belair. I'm picking Bianca Belair. I want the title off of her, mainly because of the fact I think it is just time for something new. But until there's like an actual threat for Bianca, she should be champion. So it's Bianca.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think because we're already going to have a title change with Rhea and Charlotte, fingers crossed, I don't think they're going to do both women's titles getting changed. So I think Bianca's going to win. And it's just so unfortunate with Asuka because she can't cut a promo. And I think that really hurts the storytelling, which the women matches need. They need storytelling in order for people to care. Because unfortunately, I'm not saying you guys, but a lot of men don't care about women's matches. And when you have a
Yeah.
situation where there can't be proper promos, proper back and forth between people, there's no reason to care. And so that's where it's hard for me with Asuka. Like I love her. I think she's so talented. I think she's incredible. But if we can't have promos between her and Bianca, there's no story. And that's why it's just unfortunate, and that's why I'm picking Bianca.
Same thing with me. Like I said, like all of y'all know it in the coffin. They haven't done anything for me to take Oscar seriously. Was I excited that she won? Absolutely. That was the person that I wanted to win at the elimination chamber. But the buildup for me has been lackluster, and much like Axel himself said, at this point, I feel like they didn't elevate Oscar to the level where I believe she's on par with Bianca. I feel like Bianca is probably going to retain, hold it longer, and I feel like in that case, they're probably just going to have her drop it at SummerSlam because if you're going to drop it up the belt for Bianca, it has to be in one of the big four pay-per-views, and the next one is SummerSlam. So for me, I know the match is going to rock, but in terms of story build, it's not one that I'm most
Yeah.
excited about. But it's going to be Bianca regardless.
It's going to be a great match, like
Should have just flip
100%.
flop the challengers.
And
just been a
just
flip
to
of challengers and fun.
just to probably predict the future real quick, just in case Bianca lose, they could also go the route where she gets it back at Backlash. That would make so many people mad. But let's just say she does. I'm gonna predict right now that Bianca. I don't know if y'all seen the video, but Bianca will win the
Winning
Money in the Bank.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, you're going to see people getting mad.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
not even going to touch that conversation.
As long as I see a K, as long as I see a KOD
Yeah,
off
I
the
don't
ladder,
wanna
I'll be
touch
fine.
because even with because I wanted to say this, and since we're still on the women matches, even with the bad booking with the women's division, we also got to take into fact that maybe Triple H has tried, because we can't say he hasn't, because he's put almost every person on screen. Maybe they haven't done their part to look at Liv Morgan. I mean, it's not always the booking's fault. Like, she couldn't get herself over when she had her chance. No matter what, nobody believed her. There's other people. He's been trying with Raquel, for God's sakes. Nobody cares about Raquel, so it's like
I do.
I do too. I do too. I'm talking about other people. I'm talking about the the people that need piping sound that John Cena was talking about. Even with Shotzi, and I'm not the biggest Shotzi fan, but she was on a fucking pay-per-view for the women's title, so it's like he's tried, but maybe it's not always on him. Like,
It's not.
They had to bring back Lita and Trish, for Christ's sakes. Like, I think he really tries, because again, you look at NXT. I mean, and that's another thing. NXT, Asuka, he tried. It's just not hitting.
Yeah.
So, just in case that's what it is, Triple H.
At this point
Yeah.
for me.
Next, Finn Balor
If
versus
you
Edge. Hell in a
believe.
Cell.
The demon. The
I
demon's
am
going to
going
show
to-
up.
Here's another match. Here's another
great.
match that goes with what I was saying. Finn has to win. Why does Edge need this?
He doesn't.
Yes.
I'm not saying this is like a passing of the
Yes.
torch because no way is it near that type
Listen,
of thing. But
I'm gonna be
but
screaming Ultra Bridge.
Finn has to win.
Yes.
Finn has to win.
But
The demon. No, let me not.
the demon doesn't always lose. He's only lost once.
In the most ridiculous way.
The most ridiculous way, but the
Yeah, he's
demon
only
has
lost once in
never
my
lost.
recollection.
No, didn't he lose against Samoa Joe though?
I think he was normal Balor.
Oh, was that normal Balor? Okay.
Who knows? I'm excited to see this match.
I got Finn.
Edge
Quick
coming
and simple.
out full brood. I mean,
Listen.
I'm picking Finn as well.
It's Brood, Demon Finn. Demon Finn has to be in purple and black. It just has to be.
Yeah.
But man, it's got to be Finn.
It has to be.
It's got to be Finn. There's just no way about it.
One thing I am gonna say about this,
But
and it's
I
not-
also have to say this though.
No,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go, Phil. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Oh, I just love the fact that Hell in a Cell is somewhere other than Hell in a Cell. The thing is, Hell in a Cell should always be used. It should have always been used as something to wrap up like blood type feuds, and finally this was
and that's the
absolutely
thing.
something to make sense.
And that's the thing to go along with Phil. People
glad they
don't
push it
notice.
from the
People
Rumble.
don't
They're
notice
supposed
when
to
they
have
get
that
what
Rumble.
they want. Like Phil said, this needs to be that thing that breaks the feuds, and people have been saying that over and over, and we finally got that. This is going to be the last match. Finn and Edge, Hell in a Cell. The pay-per-view's gone. They're listening, people. Like, please pay attention when it happens, not when you don't get the shit.
The
Like,
following matches, when it's the end of the line, it's either Last Man Standing or Hell in a Cell. Those are always
and
the
they're
two-
starting and they're doing that correctly now.
the only thing non-related to the match, but since three of us are gonna be there, if it's that red cell, it's gonna obscure our vision to the point we're gonna have to look at the monitor for that match.
I have a prediction. It might not
I
even
hate
be the red cell. I have a
It's the old
prediction.
cell?
I hope it's not.
I think we might get the old cell.
I want
Hopefully.
it to be
Hey, I could be optimistic, but if it's not, I mean, whatever. But I just feel like maybe, just maybe.
But no,
So I
the
know-
match
and-
is gonna kill.
and for-
Like, I know they don't do headshots to the face anymore and all that hoopla, but they better use every single part of that cell as a weaponry.
You don't want to hear my predictions are too wild. They'll
Don't
get
tell me you think
For the love
Finn is
of
gonna
God,
do a coup de grace from the
please
top of the
don't
cell.
do anything like.
coup
You
de
think
grace
so?
off the top of the cell through the
de
through the
grace.
announce table, bruh.
Poor
That's
Shane
gonna be
McMahon.
scary, bro.
Coup de grace off the top of the cell, a spear off the cell.
Nah, Spear's crazy.
Bro, Spear-
Oh my gosh. No.
Till this day, I still don't know how Edge or Jeff ain't dead from that spear off the. I still don't know how either one of them is still alive, bro.
They
Like,
never
I'm gonna be
fell in the
honest.
20s when that happened, so they were fine.
Even if it don't matter how old you are, your neck break, damn it.
Edge did break. He was gone for almost a decade.
All right, we're not talking about that.
So
But-
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
I mean, Finn needs to win this
Absolutely.
match, and I know that with Damian Priest not having anything to do, do we think he's gonna try to get in?
Yes.
Of course.
Do you think maybe? Wait, are they doing the Andre the
Here-
Giant
here's the
Battle
thing
Royal
with
again?
me.
But it's on SmackDown, so it doesn't really.
Yeah, they are.
All right,
It's
I'm
on
calling
SmackDown.
it. Damian Priest is winning because he has nothing.
That's
else.
actually a good point. That's actually
With Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, and Karrion Cross in there
Oh.
too.
You
If
right?
anything,
I don't
bro,
know.
I think he'll be in the final five.
I think he'll be Final
He
Four.
could be at least in
That's
the
my
final
prediction.
4 or 5.
Well,
Just
we'll
because
just
he
have
has
to wait
nothing
and see.
else.
I
He's
still
the
want
one
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Since y'all brought up LA Knight, I better have a what? Yeah, what?
We might not even get that.
I can't.
But what's next
All
on
right.
the agenda?
Last but not least,
Oh, that was actually pretty fast.
Chris
Wow.
Cody.
Oh. All right. You know what? Y'all can do what y'all want because now I have to prepare myself. Y'all have the floor. Ali Oxenfree.
All right. Well,
This
Phil,
is the
go
only one we
ahead.
haven't done yet. I was looking back at everything.
I think we've
Oh,
done every
fucking
single
God,
single
can we
match. That's
please have
crazy.
somebody new as champion. Listen, this is not even my fandom of Cody coming out at this point. Okay, this is just legitimately something that just needs to happen. People are saying like, oh yeah, well it has to get to 1,000 days so that it can reach even more legendary status. Hasn't already been legendary enough? The man has held it for over 900 and some odd days already. I don't think it needs to be any more legendary. Um, the guy has done everything when it comes to this title reign. He's had amazing matches, and it's been storytelling galore. Cody Rhodes is the guy to do it. I understand people are saying, oh, yeah, he hasn't struggled enough. How hasn't he struggled enough? He had to go through Stardust in order to get there. He had to go through Stardust. He had to make a company. He didn't get over in that company. What Roman was saying in those promos were 100% true. Everything that he was saying in those were true. Cody Rhodes has to win this thing, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Do I think he actually might win, though? I don't know, mainly because of the fact that every time we get closer to this match, it can becomes increasingly more possible that Roman could actually hit the 1,000 days. It's crazy, but for God's sakes, let it be Cody.
I mean, I know if Malik was here, he would say that Roman is going to win and hit 1,000 days, but he's not here, so...
Yeah, Malik. No, I wouldn't.
And Maddie would also say Cody, and I'm also saying Cody. It has to be. It has to be. It needs to be.
Who else could it be?
What other long-term story like this? Like what, 6, 7+ years since he left WWE? Like, this is such a monumental moment. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter if he wins it at SummerSlam or wherever else. It's not gonna be as satisfying.
It's not gonna hit the same
as this WrestleMania. Alex, what about you?
It's not gonna hit the same, and I know that freaking look from Alex, because Alex is going to try to rip me to shreds. I know him. It has happened before.
Not this time. These past couple of weeks, the man that I used to rib on when I first started on TikTok, because he was part of the mid-lead, is turning me into a fan, and I don't like it. Cody's convinced me. Cody did it. I didn't think he was going to do it. Cody Rhodes turned me into a believer. He convinced me, because these are the promos that I wanted to see him do in AEW. This is the first time genuinely where I don't know who's going to win, because it can go either route. Hell, me and Axel did a video on our podcast where we booked Roman's next coming of months as Universal Champion, Undisputed Champion, and then Cody's as well. And what could be the possibility?
I wish you guys contacted me for that, because I wish I was actually there in the live to do that.
In this case, I'm going to be optimistic. I am definitely be optimistic about it and say Cody is going to win. I feel like Vince Triple H is going to do that Cinderella story for Cody. More specifically, because Triple H loves his old school wrestling. He loves his NWA, WCW, well, not WCW, NWA days. And I feel like he's going to give that, thank you to Cody. Like, hey, here are your dues. Here are the keys to the kingdom. Let's see what you can do with it. So I think Cody is going to win. And Phil, just for you, I'll probably put it on my TikTok for my reaction when Cody wins. That way you can see it. But I feel I've become a fan of Cody. In these past build-up, he turned me into a fan. And I think Cody's going to retain, and we're going to see a new era of a world champion. And I feel like, knowing how Cody is, we might see a new title coming our way. I hope so.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, this championship right here needs to happen. I don't know if
that is a clean title. I'm not going to lie. Shit. That is clean.
That is a sick-ass looking championship. Man, it is the winged eagle mixed with that Cody Rhodes American Nightmare feel.
I'm okay with him bringing back a white-strapped winged eagle. I'm okay with that, because I'm probably going to find that belt at the Superstore, and I'm going to get it.
I would legitimately, do some kind of scalper work in order to get that championship. I'm sorry.
Axel!
All right, Axel. It's your time to shine.
Hi, everybody. So let me give you a little.
Oh, now I
history.
know that face for sure.
So
That
so
face
so
is
so,
gonna rib me.
so let me give you a little history. Back when I was born. Now let me start this.
I'm not here for a history lesson.
my
Axel.
first my first school study. We studied Roman mythology. You know.
I hate you.
Literally blocked.
And then as I got older, they started teaching me Roman numerals. Let me and then I'm a wrestling fan. Nah, but in all seriousness, in all seriousness, that's just for the funniness. I should actually post a video like that. That's hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
But I am gonna give you some history, just for my reasoning for everything. Let's take you back to 2020 pandemic. Roman comes back, heel turn. It's amazing. His whole first run, well, not really first run, the whole first part of his run, amazing. For me, it got stale to a point after he was beating everybody and their grandmother to the point where he beat Xavier Woods and took the King of the Ring crown. So everything Xavier Woods did meant
I hated
shit.
that.
So ever since then, I've been against it. I've always said at first I was okay with it because I loved the fact that Roman was finally a heel. Roman should have always been a heel. But it got to a point where you needed Sami fucking Zayn to still make you a little popular because we all know this has been stale. We all know it's rinse, wash, repeat. Oh my God, it's this person. Roman wins. Oh my God, it's a legend. Roman wins. Oh my God, it's Brock Lesnar. Roman wins. We have finally gotten to a point where somebody is really believable because I didn't even believe Drew was gonna do it. Y'all thought they tricked me at that point. Come on now. We are finally at a point where the person is believable. Cody Rhodes, whether people want to believe it or not, whether you think he's done enough, and I was one of those people, now he's definitely done it. That promo, and Phil, we were there live. That promo,
that was the best
you know what I
promo
told
that
you?
he cut when he came back.
And I told you that.
Yeah.
And since then, I've listened to everything. He's taken everything. Everything that Roman has said, yes, it has been true. Stardust, he ran away. His own company couldn't get over it. We get it. And then you go to the Triple H side of things. People are like, you really think Triple H is going to put the title on him after everything, with the throne? If I know Triple H, there's one thing I know he gives Cody Rhodes. Even if he don't like him,
Exactly why
I know he looks at that man and tells him, you really got some balls to do what you did, to come back to this company, to really, and let's not act like everybody wasn't ready for Cody fucking Rhodes to come back. If anything else at that Mania, people would have been pissed off, even if it was The Fiend. Everyone wanted Cody.
The fact that he had the balls to do all that stuff to Triple H is exactly why he would put the title on him. Because
Exactly.
you have the balls in order to do that. I respect the fuck out of you for doing that.
Exactly.
Like,
now I'll admit at first I picked Cody to win, but then the whole 1,000 days came around, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, I didn't even think about that. But then shout out to my boy Tio. Shout out to my boy Tio, who peeped that neither Roman nor Paul Heyman have ever really brought up the amount of days for the reign as if it is anything important. We haven't heard, you're not gonna beat me, Cody, because you're not gonna stand. You're not gonna stand in my way to get to 1,000 days. I haven't heard that. To be honest, I think the last time I heard him say anything about the title reign was when they were like in 500 and something days, maybe.
Yeah. No, I mean Paul had mentioned something for the 900 days, but
yeah, he
did he?
It was like 900 and something.
Like
but even
I made a video on it actually, stitching Tio's video.
But what did he really say? Did he say that's really the reason? Like, is that the thing?
We are close to nearing 1,000 days as Roman Reigns being undisputed champion.
But who said
those
that?
Words.
But who said that?
Exactly, in a backstage promo.
But who said that?
Paul Heyman.
Okay, fine. That's Paul Heyman. But what about Roman?
No,
this is his reign.
Roman's never spoken about it. No,
this is his reign. Yeah, Paul Heyman can say whatever the hell he wants. He's just an advocate, the wise man. Even Roman beat his ass a couple times. Y'all don't remember that Superman punch? Come on. But what has Roman said about it?
No.
Nothing. So I'm back to believing
You're right,
that
Roman hasn't said
it's time. Cody Rhodes has to do it. It has to be him, because if it's not him, who else? Yeah, fine, Jey Uso. Yeah, that would be amazing. But then what? Nobody wants to see Jey versus Jimmy. Nobody wants to see Jey versus Jimmy. So what? We want another Kofi Kingston, another one of those scenarios where the guy gets the title and what, he loses it just instantly just for a feel good? What it would have been for Sami Zayn? It has to be Cody. You also got to look at booking. Do you see how many fucking people he can go up against to make this title mean something again? Randy, Theory, Gunther. The list goes on. Solo. Because now we're back on Solo.
I think we're getting Solo and Cody this Monday on Raw tomorrow.
And that's and that could be for the title in the future. We already know what we're going to get with everybody who's on the roster for Roman. Is it really... What? Oh, it's Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins again?
Cody's already beat him 3 times, you know.
And that's the thing. So if the guy who beat Seth Rollins 3 times can't beat Roman, I'm supposed to believe that Seth Rollins could beat Roman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you guys think that Randy's going to come back?
I said on a live that Randy might come back like after Mania's off air.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if he's at Mania, I feel like it's after, you know, hugs him, celebrate and all that. But I do see him coming on Raw, congratulating him, and then we get that good old Hill Randy Orton RKO, and we're in business.
Yes. And honestly, it should be that way. I think a Randy-Cody feud to start off Cody's reign would be perfect, because it is the student versus teacher once again, and it just calls back to House of Cody Rhodes. It just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Roman sucks, by the way. You know, just in case I didn't throw that out there. He's trash. He's garbage.
This is the one that everybody should be pointing at WrestleMania.
Oh, my sapiens all day. You already know what it is, son.
You should tell Loff as well that if Roman wins, he needs to finally acknowledge him like Axel's doing.
Oh yeah, and that's the other thing too, bruh. I ain't trying to acknowledge I ain't trying to acknowledge anybody.
We have a bet between Saul and Loff.
I made a bet against my damn self, because that's how much I believed that Cody's gonna win this.
We have,
and then I also look at it at the business standpoint. That woe is gonna hit so much harder with Cody winning that title than Roman winning again.
Yeah.
So what was the best part of this
it's gonna hit so much harder when he's on the ground on his knees, kissing the titles, and then he looks up to Dusty, and you know man, listen. I don't see why Roman needs to win this.
And I'm gonna love
it's the universal title. No one, even if it doesn't crack 1,000, nobody's ever gonna get to 9, 8, 7, or even fucking 6.
Ever again.
So the title reign is good. You don't need 1,000.
Just retain. Because Roman's
you
the
never
best
need
Universal Champion ever.
And that's what I'm saying. He got that. He will forever be the best. Well, with the blue one, you know, the red one, Brock Lesnar all day. You already know that. But 513 days, I think, something like that. But I don't. What else does he need?
Blue or for Blueberry, it don't matter.
Listen, they should have just
really quick. Alex Starworld, yes, this is live. Just so you know.
Yeah, is this live or what? Nobody replying on what we're saying. I'm just reading it right now.
I've been replying the whole time, just getting.
Don't worry.
Overall thoughts for WrestleMania. I'm so excited. I'm glad I get to be there. It's literally going to be 2 hours away from me, so I'm driving, and I think this is definitely going to be, dare I say, the best Mania in like the past 7-8 years.
See, we just got to go back to the comments, bro. Yo, Junior, Junior already knows the vibes, bro. Yeah, Roman sucks, Drink Prime, A-Town Down, and Omos is him. Yes, sir. Yes.
I'm hiding that comment.
WWE, the fun stuff submitted, they'd be the exact same thing. You don't know that. I mean, that was with him with the... See, I don't think Jay White's going to the main roster. I think Jay White's going to stand and deliver. And if he does, me and Axel are going to be there, and I'm going to mark out.
if because here's
You
the
really
thing.
think
Here's the
Jay
thing.
White's just NXT
Phil,
bound?
Phil,
Jay White does not need to be
here's the
NXT.
thing. Here's the thing, Phil. Carmelo Hayes is main roster bound. More than Braun Breaker is, in my honest opinion. After Braun Breaker beats Carmelo Hayes, because that is my prediction, as much as it hurts me to say that, who else is there on the
I got
NXT
Carmelo
roster?
winning that.
Who else is on the NXT roster that's believable to beat Braun Breaker?
Grayson Waller.
There's no W. You see, you
Grayson
don't-
Waller, after he about to get his ass beat by Johnny Gargano?
Damn, bro, are you pressed? I just had an opinion about Jay White going to
I don't have
WWE. You
Braun Breaker
good?
winning. I don't have Braun Breaker winning. I don't have Braun Breaker
don't either.
winning. I have Carmelo
I think
winning,
he's coming
and
to the
then
main
Braun
roster.
Breaker, and then
I
Grayson
I
taking it
think
from Carmelo.
slowly but surely NXT is going to go into their old ways a little bit, but keeping it the same way that it used to be. But they need names, because that's what's attracted everybody to NXT to begin with. Once Triple H started getting them names from other companies, Adam Cole's, all that, Shinsuke Nakamura's. I was attracted to NXT because I heard of a Japanese wrestler going to this. So I'm just that.
NXT. NXT.
I just
nothing.
think they need that.
I mean, now you're smoking something, bro. If you think NXT is nothing, now you smoke.
All
I
right.
don't know what kind of what you're doing.
Here's
All
the
right,
thing
all
with
right,
me.
all right,
If
all
Jay
right.
White does
All right. You're going to learn today. You're going to learn what a long... Oh, wait, whoa.
So, final thoughts. Give your final thoughts. Shout out your socials. Wrap it up, guys.
Hold on.
Go ahead,
All right,
Phil.
Mr. Phillip, you can go first.
Yeah, go ahead,
guys,
Phil.
This man's called me Philip one more time, I swear. Thank you guys so much for having me on. It's always fun, as usual. WrestleMania 39 is going to be one for the ages. It's going to be one of the best in this generation's, bar none. I cannot wait for this year's WrestleMania. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, at PhillyMatt_. You see it right there on the nameplate. And then follow my podcast, Outside the Brand, on YouTube. We will be doing our WrestleMania 39 predictions very soon, so stay tuned to that.
You see, y'all know where to find me as well on TikTok and Instagram at AlexBataloco. Me and Axel are also going to be doing live WrestleMania predictions at SoFi Stadium.
There you go.
Oh, it's me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you.
Oh, okay. I was just looking at the stuff going on in the chat. Okay, so let me see where was I? I need my contract.
Your name is.
I mean my
Axel
script. Here we go. Junior has my script. Okay. As always, Roman sucks.
This guy.
Drake Prime. A-Town down. You forgot Bianca. Bianca is. Oh my God. Oma Sapiens on the top. Realistically though, this Mania has the potential to be one of the best Manias in this generation. Like Phil said, Roman just has to lose though.
Yes.
Roman has to lose.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is that. And live reactions and everything at WrestleMania for the Wrestling Chop Shop, for the Meet Us in the Ring podcast, and for PC Wrestling. I'm gonna be half dead doing all of this. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I know how with Prime Energy Drink, brought to you by Logan Paul.
And KSI, don't
OTB
forget
is gonna
KSI.
have a live every single day of the week. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be dead.
I like how I just put that in there. You see,
Yeah.
I gotta hit up Logan Paul, bro.
No, I don't like
you don't
it.
even gotta pay me, bro.
Hey, Mary, you say that now, but if you get paid sponsorship by them, you're gonna have to swallow your pride and drink.
Okay,
Pride.
and that's what I told
Hey, drink
Axel.
Prime.
That's what I told Axel. I said, if Logan Paul wants to sponsor us, then I'll do it. But until then, stop giving him free promo. Anyway,
I'm not giving them free
Hey,
promo.
that's
I'm
the case,
just.
bro. Bring the Prime in the airport, bro. Just bring a whole case of Prime.
Yo, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I was thinking about it, but
every time, bro.
yeah, I just don't have any in stock right now. But
well, thank you so much, Phil and Alex, for coming on.
Of course.
Me and Axel will be
Thank
back
you.
not next Sunday because it's going to be Mania, so we will not be having an episode on Sunday, but we will be having a special episode on Tuesday, I believe, right, Axel?
I think we're gonna be doing that on Malik's channel. I think it is.
Yeah, either on Malik's channel or on the Meet Us in the Ring podcast. stay tuned. We're going to be doing a WWE Jeopardy, so stay tuned for that. Follow Meet Us in the Ring on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all those good things. Follow me at Mary the Heel on TikTok, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Roman sucks. Roman sucks. Roman sucks. He's trash. He's garbage. Cody